Hello everyone, and today we're going to do something a little bit different. You see, I'm planning out a Chaos Undivided army, which is rare considering that I prefer monogods, but hey, right now the edition is going to focus on Undivided, so I figured, why not make a Battle Standard Bearer, which is one of the big bugbears I have with the Warriors of Chaos and some other factions. They don't have a Battle Standard Bearer available. You've got to make one, so we're going to do it with this one. And we're going to use a pretty iconic kit that not only transcended the systems and editions, but went to Age of Sigmar and then came back to us in the old world. Now this is a pretty simple kit that you're going to want to build up as normal. So you're going to want to get the torso up together, you're going to get the sword arm, going back, it's one of the only things that's going to remain the same, but this model isn't going to take a lot of conversions, and you're not going to need any green stuff whatsoever. The point here is an easy conversion, because this model is technically legal. We don't have spears with the Warriors of Chaos, well, with the warriors themselves. And what you're going to want to do is jump into other bits. So for this purpose, I'm going to use bits from the Warriors of Chaos and also the Ogre Kingdoms, because they have a nice big banner. Your Battle Standard Bearer needs to be seen from far away. Now the next thing what we're going to want is a banner, and the Warriors of Chaos kit is perfect here because there are banner bearer arms there. Now that is mostly the lower arm alongside the wrist and the hand that we want just from the wrist upwards to have that, and also the actual pole for the banner. It doesn't take a lot of work here. When you've got loads of extra pieces, you can just kind of put it aside and try and visualize. But this is going to be from the same kit styling because they came out more or less at the same time. So the scale is going to be quite all right. Like I said, you only want the wrist upwards. So you're going to have to kind of work around as you're cutting. The perfect thing that you can do here is just kind of cut slightly, move around, cut slightly, move around, make a circular formation so you're not damaging the hand and the wrist altogether. The good thing about this kit is that you do have multiple ones, and if you're going to be running Warriors of Chaos, you're likely going to have multiple copies of this kit. But it won't take too long, don't try and force it. This way you can avoid green stuffing. So it can be as easy as possible. Basically, you're going to have a Battle Standard Bearer within, 5 easy steps, and then all you're going to do is paint it. So keep with that method, and once you're done, you can move the hand around and see if it fits and see if it's perfect, basically. It's just a little bit of work, but the results will speak for themselves. Now, if you cut too deep, yes, you might need a little bit of green stuff, or you can just use another version of the banner, but this is the perfect banner to get a nice heroic pose, which you'll see later on in this video. From there, it's the progress of building the bannerman. So once you've glued on the hand, kind of reposition where you might want to put it to get a nice little pose. You're going to have to visualize a lot here, but once that's drying up, and the good thing is that you can snap it if you need it, we're going to start clearing up the leg, because one of the legs does have, of course, the extra hand and also the spear, none of which we'll be using. This is where you're going to have to be a little bit careful and chopping off some pieces. Once you're chopping off the excess, you'll notice, yeah, it does look a little bit rough sometimes, but that can actually be fixed with your handy hobby knife or a file. Really, again, no green stuff whatsoever, which is one of the benefits there, because sometimes you can struggle with green stuff, especially if you're a new player or a new hobbyist, and I'm trying to make sure that these videos are me-proof. This is likely going to be the most laborious part for this conversion, but it'll be definitely worth it if you just take your time, as I am doing, slowly snipping around and making sure that I'm not damaging the front of the boot. The back of the boot might not be seen too much because you do have your heroic pose kind of taking it up, and it's going to be covered by a bit of your cape, but the idea is just to make sure that it looks as good from the side as it does look from the front. You'll have to hit it for a fair bit of time with the hobby knife or the scraper. The scraper itself you can get from one of the basic toolkits from Games Workshop, or if you can find one from a different location for a cheaper price, that also works, because it's really just there just to clean up mold lines, which is something that I did forget on the banner, but I did fix up later on too. I'm just going to stress it out a little bit here. Just take your time. I know it's just quicker, get them up and running, have them painted and be done, but when it comes to conversion pieces, especially if you're trying to avoid green stuff where you kind of see that you don't need it, the best thing that you can do is just take a breather, jump right in, and you should be good. After that, you can freely glue on the legs, and it's time. You can see the banner. Well, the banner pole is on, the hand is on, the legs are on. It's time for the head, which is quite important. I don't like the head for this Chaos Lord mini, because we're making him an aspiring champion. He's not going to be a Chaos Lord. He can't have the mutations of a Chaos Lord. We have to bring him down a little bit, but we still need to make him look like a Chaos Undivided character, which, once again, there are some pretty cool helmets inside the Warriors of Chaos box that will work perfectly. The one basically used for the unit champion. It's got the Chaos Warrior iconic helmet style with a lot of different horns, so it makes him look like he's going to pop. The main thing with your characters, especially with the Warriors of Chaos, is it's okay if they look kind of generic styling, because the rest of the kit is going to give them that big pop. The helmet is just a pure addition. You don't need to use this helmet, but I feel like it does bring a lot to the table just for the sake of uniqueness and to bring it down. Remember, mutations more well known for Chaos Lords rather than your generic line heroes. Alright, for the banner we need to do something big. The Chaos banners are nice and all, but they're likely going to be the ones that your Warriors of Chaos are running, so you don't want your Battle Standard Bearer to have the same banner type. If you have something like maybe the Ogre Kingdoms, a unit of those or finding a bit online can work out. You can try different types, but I really saw this banner and I thought, that's it. That's going to be big, it's going to be imposing, and it fits very, very well. Once again, no green stuff needed. Everything is on the same scaling, which is why I'm focusing around the kits that came out more or less around the same time. That way you can more or less guarantee if, yeah, you know, this is going to fit and look good for you. There are loads of different other banner types. I think the Orc ones work out quite well, but this one just seemed quite visually imposing. Just imagine this painted in black with like a giant mark of chaos on the middle. You've got the marks there with the little stones. That's going to make it pop a little bit more. You can add some more stuff to chaosify the banner, but the ragged, broken stuff just looks good. Now, I did go back and forth because you do have some chaos banners with the old Marauder kits, but the problem is it wasn't big enough. It made it look cool, but you want something that is really going to be visually appealing. Your Battle Standard Bearer is going to be one of your pinnacle points of your army. A lot of people are going to look directly at him. And I think he looks pretty damn cool. The only problem here is he needs something on top of that banner just to kind of give it a little bit more of a chaos feel. You can go into other pieces from different Warrior kits or Marauder kits, but again, the Warriors of Chaos kit does have a lot of good options there just to give you that little push that you might need. It's amazing how versatile the Warriors of Chaos kit is, because I've seen nothing but people complaining about it, but I still think it is one of the best kits of all time. Simple, but to the point. And I think the results speak for themselves. Now, I've not been able to paint him up just yet, mostly because I am busy sorting out some other stuff, but I needed a palette cleanser, and I figured, why not get the banner? He's up there, primed up in White Scar, and yeah, I think he looks pretty damn cool. Honest to God, can't wait to paint him up once I'm done with a few little projects that I need to sort out. But here you have a cheap and fast conversion for the purpose of getting a BSB for your Undivided Chaos Warriors. You might be wondering, well, it's not cheap if you need to buy some Ogre Bulls, but there's going to be a video on Ogre Bulls to give them some mutations in case you don't want to use the standard metal Chaos Ogres, which, let's be fair, do not look great. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Let's start a bit of discussion. If you're new here, consider subscribing, because there's going to be a lot more videos to come. Have a good day, guys.